Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to Afternoon Express. I hope that you're having a wonderful afternoon. How are you?
Absolutely. I'm having a stellar Thursday, Jeannie. And you?
Yeah, very well. I'm so happy it's Thursday. So there's an old age African philosophy that says, Umuntu ngumuntu. What, say it? How do you say it again?
Ngumuntu ngabantu.
There you go. I've been learning it all day. And basically it means that a person is a person through other people. And our guests today are the epitome of that truth. And it's such an amazing philosophy that I've learned only today. So today we meet Tiara Pathan, who is a founding member and CEO of the Dress for Success Cape Town NPO. Basically, she's going to be chatting to us about improving the employability of women in need by providing professional clothing and career developmental tools.
Absolutely. And then we also have Sabric CEO Kalyani Pillay in studio to discuss how we can avoid becoming victims of ATM card swapping. Plus, we zone in on multi-award-winning rapper Slicker, who shared some advice on how artists can manage their money at the Ant Icon sessions that took place in Johannesburg recently.
I know, those events are incredible. And for Fashion Express Thursday, stylist and image consultant Siyavuya Dondolo is in the studio to share styling tips for the perfect interview-ready corporate attire. So head over to our social media platforms and answer this question. What would be the main focus of your non-profit organization if you were to start one in your community? Tweet us at Afternoon Chat using the official hashtag Afternoon Express or comment on our Facebook page. If you had to start your NPO, what would it be?
I think my NPO would be based on children development. It would definitely have to do with the kids. You know me, Jeannie, I'm always stuck into the kids. But people who believe in a holistic form of giving back is Hope Africa Collective. And welcome to the Laughter.
So we are joined now by Program Manager Dr. Brandon Webber, Hair Training Coordinator Ziyanda Makngatu, alongside graduate Veliswa Dwiwali, to hear more about their initiative. So we're asking you on our socials, what would you like to know about increasing employability? Don't forget to use the hashtag Afternoon Express with your answers. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Hi. Thank you for having us.
Lovely to have you here. First of all, tell us about the Hope Africa Collective. What is it?
Yes, Hope Africa Collective is an initiative that seeks to increase youth employability. As you know, poverty is a huge problem in Africa, especially in sub-Saharan Africa.
Yeah.
And so what the art behind Hope Africa is to provide holistic development of youth between the ages of 18 and 35 and provide a sustainable exit from extreme poverty. So our vision is a world without extreme poverty.
That's amazing. That is absolutely brilliant. How are you going to enforce that? How do you see that playing out?
Sure. So that's the challenge, and we take a very holistic approach, as I said, because poverty is a complex problem, and so our approach needs to be equally multifaceted.
Sure.
So instead of just focusing on the practical aspects of skills, what we try and do is look at what are the needs of young people in our society, and at the core we find that there's a spiritual need. So at the very core, how do I view myself? How do I view the people around me?
Wow.
And that largely is a spiritual question. So that forms part of our approach. And then another layer, if you consider concentric circles, is the psychosocial element. Young people in under-resourced areas face quite a lot of traumatic experiences. Living in a way where you are just surviving can be quite traumatic, and it affects the way that you view yourself and your opportunities.
Exactly.
And so we have a program that looks at that as well. And so only once students go through that process do they come to the outer ring where their felt needs or the practical needs are addressed. And so
I suppose a lot of people in those areas don't even know that they have opportunities available to them. So this is an unbelievable initiative.
Absolutely. Ziyanda, you're specifically in charge of, the hair part. Broken down what Brandon was saying, you've got the skills trades, you've got the hair trade, you've got the early education, and Ziyanda, you are hands-on in terms of teaching these students, teaching these graduates hair and everything that has to do with it, whether it's the business side and owning and running your own salon. Why did Hope Africa Collective decide to focus in and hone in on salons?
Hope Africa First saw a need, because most of people, they are really gifted when it comes to doing hair. But some of them, they're really not believing in what they have. And some of them, they are really maybe not educated, but they do have some skills. But so we had at least to lift up them and make sure that we have the things that we could offer to them that really could make something in living.
Yeah.
But why hair salons in particular? Like, out of all the businesses that you could have put together, why is hair salons?
Yeah, so if I could take, so early on...
I mean, trust me, I know the daddy of a hair salon.
So that's exactly the reason, right? Because, because the beauty industry is huge, and there's no exception in the township kind of setting.
Yeah.
So in every township you'll find a spaza shop, a bottle store, but something to uplift the community, beauty, and so hair. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Now, you actually have one of these salons. You've got two, in fact. So how did you become part of this initiative?
Okay, as I'm staying in Philippi, so I attend a course here by there in Hope Africa. So they give me one of the container. So I work there. So my client all start to know me. So then I'm famous now. They come.
I suppose it's about building a reputation within your community as not only a good businesswoman, but a talented one at that. I mean, Veliso, I had the privilege of visiting one of your salons, and I was just so humbled by everything I saw. You've decided to pay it forward. So not only are you empowered now, but you've now employed other people within your community to serve and continue to give back. How does that feel like for you?
Yeah, it feels so good. I knew one thing, that to being my own boss, it's not by me, but it's by calling of God. So to take care of others.
Absolutely. And Ziyanda, how has it been like for you? What are some of the most touching stories that you've seen and come through your training?
For me, the touching stories that I came across to is to see people growing, you know, in what they have, is to see people succeeding into whatever that they have learned. So some of them have worked in the salons so that they could uplift also getting the jobs before they get their own containers. Some of them, they owning their own containers. So seeing them that whatever that they have been dreaming for has been fulfilled by Hope Africa Collective, it makes me to feel very positive of what we offer to people that has like so much potential when it comes to hair. And also what really touches me is that today I am with Veliswa, and Veliswa is also one of the students that was also in and you have I've seen like the passion out of her. I've seen the drive that she has when it comes to business, because I believe that it has to do with only the skills, but following the passion that you have, then it makes everything very easy. So Veliswa is also one of the students that we have seen the success and also the growth, because now she has like 2 containers, and it only shows dedication. It only shows that she really wanted this. You know?
I mean, I think it's not easy to be an entrepreneur by any means, and not all of us have the skills, the know-how, and the intellect, or maybe the passion to start a business. But what I appreciate about the Hope Africa Collective is that you've got a keen eye of picking out those individuals that can be leaders, can be their own boss, just like Uveliswa here, and they're absolutely killing it in their community. And we've asked you on social media earlier on in the day, what would you like to know about increasing your employability? And Tana Deeds asked, so Brandon, maybe you can take on this question. Thank you so much for adding your question, Tana. What skills can people from under-resourced communities learn about increasing their employability?
Sure. So there's a major problem in under-resourced communities when it comes to social capital. So making securing networks where people can introduce you and refer you is very valuable. And research shows that if young people have an idea or some kind of training in financial literacy, for some reason that increases their employability.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I guess it's all about the money.
So please do let us know on our social media platforms what you would like to know about increasing employability. Remember to use the hashtag Afternoon Express in your comments. And after the break, we chat to Tiara Pathan, the founding member and CEO of the Dress for Success Cape Town NPO. Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, are you a hands-on person who needs a new phone that fits your busy lifestyle? Well, then LG's innovative new G8 ThinQ is perfect for you. So the front of the phone features what LG calls the Z camera, the Z camera. But by measuring your hand's distance from the phone and the depth, you're actually able to give commands by simply gesturing with your hands. I mean, How magic is that?
So you can take a screenshot, switch between your favorite apps, and accept and reject calls. Could be rejecting a couple of calls myself. Each command has its own hand gesture, and all of this can be done without touching your phone.
That's absolutely magic. A positive self-image and the way you dress are some of the key components needed to instill a high self-esteem and confidence in yourself. So the Dress for Success NPO is one that aims to create a network of support for women in need by providing them with professional clothing and career development tools to help them achieve self-sufficiency. So founding member and CEO Tiara Pathan joins us in studio to tell us more about their organization, and we're asking you on our socials, what would you like to know about how to get more self-sufficient? Don't forget to use the hashtag Afternoon Express with your answers. Tiara, welcome to Afternoon Express.
Thank you so much, Jeannie.
You know, I just think it's so fitting that your name is Tiara, because basically what your business is to adjust women's invisible crowns.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, well done on the work that you do.
That's my hashtag, wear your tiara.
Yeah, that's very, very smart. So tell me a little bit about your NPO and how it started.
Jeannie, so my background is in human resources. I've been in HR for about 25 years. And so I really understood the challenges that women face when they were trying to enter the workforce. And having worked in HR, you almost have the power of giving someone an opportunity, giving someone a job, and seeing how their entire life changes, right? In 2010, by pure chance was Googling, came across it, very passionate about supporting young people. And I thought, you know what, we need this in South Africa. And so I did my first application. Although it was declined, after 7 years of trying, second application later, late 2017, it was finally approved.
Amazing.
So Dress for Success Cape Town is an affiliate of an international NPO who has its head office in New York. Today, in 32 countries around the world, there are 150 of us. So it's a global movement of change. And so for myself, particularly bringing this NPO into South Africa and more importantly into the Western Cape, it has been an absolute honour to be able to do that.
And I just think there is such a dire need for it. Like, imagine when you're going for a meeting or an interview, how you're dressed is such a big part of it. So how are you able to find these girls and how are you able to dress them?
So that's a very good question. We work with referral partners, Jeannie. Okay. So on the one hand, we ask women like you and I to, do a closet clean out. Yeah. Everyone has something in their cupboard that's too big or too small. We don't know why we bought it in the first place. It's the wrong color. It's probably on sale, to do a closet clean out and donate clothing to us. And so because we collect free clothing from people, there's got to be a reason behind how we give out that clothing. So
like how do the girls cut it?
Exactly.
How do you choose who gets an outfit or not?
We don't. We work with women, all ages, mainly high schoolers, fresh out of high school, or they can be an elderly woman who's maybe gotten divorced, husband's passed away, they need to get back into the workforce for whatever reason. They come to us referred by referral partners. So our referral partners are schools, colleges, universities, even prison non-profits who are working with rehabilitated women, church, community groups, and other non-profits who work with women. And so they sign up as a referral partner to us, and they then refer the women to us. So it's an entire cycle of support.
I can just imagine the look on some of these girls' faces when they're suited up in their new corporate wear. I think you're basically like a fairy godmother to them, to like a Cinderella going to the ball. Tell me about some of the success stories that you've had so far.
Gosh, there's so many, Jeannie, but one in particular last year, we worked with Kwela Tourism, and they referred 10 ladies to us that had finished a hospitality learnership. And on the very last day, I had a girl by the name of Pamela come through to our offices. And at first I thought, are you in the right place? Dressed up as a guy, baggy pants, big chunky shoes, shirt, jacket, one of these beanies. And, she said to me, well, I'm Pamela, I've been referred here, to Tiara. She came in, we started chatting. And we actually, the first time she put a dress on was with us.
The first time in her life, that she
entire
had worn a
life.
dress. And that must have been so moving.
Absolutely. I started unpacking the story with her, and we realized that the reason she dressed the way she did was because there she is.
That is such an outstanding makeover. That is
what
beautiful.
A transformation, right?
Why was she dressed like a boy before?
To protect herself.
Oh,
she didn't want to get raped. She didn't want to get assaulted. She didn't want anyone to know she was a woman. I got home and I cried.
Actually.
I mean, it's scary to understand what these women go through. And I mean, can you imagine in today's world that a piece of clothing can be such a barrier to a woman finding a job? Taking one step closer to be employed and breaking that cycle of poverty.
They say never judge a book by a cover, but how many times does that happen?
We do.
Thank you for the work that you do, and all of your details will be on our website, just in case any of you out there at home have got some corporate wear that you would love to donate. It really is for such an outstanding cause. So we're asking you a social media question. Pali, you've got this.
I do have it, Jeannie. Thank you so much. So we've asked you on social media, what would you like to know about how to get yourself self-sufficient? And we've got one of our incredible viewers, Lazarus, here saying, is it appropriate to wear jeans to an interview? Is it, Tiara?
Yeah. How do you know what to wear to, what is defined as corporate wear nowadays? Can you wear jeans?
The world's changing. Yeah. So we get a lot of, we get women that are going to your Investec type interview who want to be fully suited. And then there are other people that are going into a more smart casual work environment. So, jeans and something, really a beautiful shirt and a jacket actually works really well for some interviews. Amazing. So is it appropriate? At times, yes.
Yeah. I think if they're nice and clean, And thank you very much, Lazarus, for your question or comment.
So I guess basically there's a time and place for everything. Connect with us online and tell us what you would love to know more about becoming self-sufficient. Remember to use the hashtag Afternoon Express in all of your comments. Now, after the break, stylist and image consultant Siyavuya Dondolo shares his styling tips for the perfect interview-ready corporate attire. Plus, we make some seriously delicious apple and peanut cups with Chef Aya. See you after the break.
Clover Classic Custard, the creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now you cannot deny the smooth, creamy and sweet taste of Clover Classic Custard, which makes the perfect pairing for our pecan nut.
So we're making a pecan and apple cups.
Pecan and apple cups. I love the sound of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely delicious. And to try this at home, SMS the keyword Clover to 33650.
All right, so first of all, what you have to do, you have to make sure your oven is on 190 degrees. So with that, you're going to be helping me while I'm busy with the apple. So basically what you're going to do, you're going to chuck the pecan nuts.
First of all, Chef Aya, how did you get this so perfect?
I'm going to be doing that while you're helping me mix everything.
Okay.
So you're going to mix the raisins, the pecan nuts, the lemon zest, and this golden syrup in this pot. Okay. And then after that, you're going to be adding 2 tablespoons of that. Okay, cool. So you get a knife, and then what you want to do, you want to cut this from the bottom, but you don't want to cut it all the way through because you still want it to hold the custard that we're going to add in here.
Oh, nice.
Right, look at that. So this is to help it stand, and then after that, you're going to open the top. And then you see how beautiful that is? It's so nice and easy. And then you're going to use a melon bowler to just open it nice.
And create that perfect cup shape.
Because we're going to stuff it with our stuffing after that. And then after that, I'm going to put this one aside. We've got one that's already done here. Look how beautiful that is.
Brilliant.
And then I'm going to be adding some cinnamon in here. Because we do need that spiciness in there.
Yep.
Some nutmeg.
Oh, incredible. Whilst I'm mixing this
It's gonna
all
be-
up, remember, if you would love to try these incredible pecan nuts and apple cups, brought to you courtesy of Clover Classic Custard, simply SMS the keyword Clover to 33650. Remember, SMSs cost R1.50 and free SMSs do not apply. Of course, Chef I am going to help you.
And it's so beautiful with this clover custard. It tastes like a homemade custard, and then it goes well with you can serve it with ice cream. You can have it on its own. So what you want to do? You want to add a drop of this in here, just like a tablespoon. And
Basically, it tastes like home, but from the convenience of something that's already ready-made. I love that.
And then what you want to do is you want to put your stuffing in there. Look how beautiful that is.
Help you.
So if you want to, you can also add some muesli in here, because I mean now we're trying to make it gluten-free for our viewers.
Absolutely. So there is a healthier
There
option.
is well, this one is also healthier, but I mean, if you want that muesli crunch and all of that stuffness in here, you can
a little
do
bit
it.
of taste
Exactly.
of breakfast in your
And then what you're gonna
life.
do, this is marmalade, and you can use honey or you can use any type of jam. So basically, this is just gonna be for the side.
Delicious.
And then we're gonna sprinkle some of our pecan nuts and raisins on top. Look how beautiful that is.
This is such an incredible recipe, and it's super easy to make. I'm sure anyone can make this at any time of the day.
And then what you do, you bake it for like 15 minutes, 190 degrees in the oven, and this is the final product. And then now there's a custard in there, there's our mixture, and then we're gonna finish it off with our clover custard again on the sides. Imagine this winter time, warm, sitting on your couch and enjoying this.
It's a cheat on the apple crumble. It's a cheat on a Danish
It's a
dessert.
beautiful deconstruction, eh? And then if you want more, you can toast some coconut and then you sprinkle it on top. Look how beautiful that is.
That does look stunning, Chef Aya.
Oh, man.
Absolutely beautiful. And to try this at home, SMS the keyword Clover to 33650. I'm just going to dig in.
Try it out.
Made with love by Clover.
Clover Classic Custard, the creamy taste that takes you back. Made with love by Clover.
Now, pulling off a corporate chic look can be quite a task if you don't consider yourself much of a fashionista. So don't worry, because we have stylist and image consultant Siyavuya Dondolo back in the studio to break down the professional styling as well as the do's and the don'ts of office wear. So whether you're an entrepreneur pitching the next great idea or heading off for a job interview, these tips and tricks will help give you that much needed extra confidence. So we're asking you on our socials, do you have any questions to ask our stylist for your next interview? So don't forget to use the hashtag Afternoon Express with your answers. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So, I mean, what is corporate wear nowadays? I mean, do people, before it was always dressed in blue, black and grey. Nowadays, does that still apply? What is defined as corporate wear nowadays?
Well, nowadays, for me, I would say as an individual that actually loves creativity,
Yeah.
I'm more about of being an individual that stands out.
Yeah.
Making sure that now your outfit can be whatever it can be, making sure that now you can spin colors around. You don't have to just stick to the grays, the navies, and the reds. You can make sure that now you go through a panel of different colors and you make it work, because at the end of the day, it's about your work that actually speaks more than your outfit. But the outfit needs to stand out as well in a little bit. So have a bit of cheekiness, but still keep it corporate and classy.
I think so too, especially when you're going for a job interview. You want to be recognised as an individual. You don't just want to be another grey person in the background of an office.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I know on our social media question earlier, Lazarus asked, can you wear jeans in a corporate environment? What about girls wearing, like in winter, like a little fishnet stocking and a black skirt? I mean, how far can you push your creative edge and your individuality, especially if you're in a corporate environment?
Okay, fishnets are a definite no-no, but I would say the best thing is even the jewellery, like accessories, I would say stick away from anything chunky.
Yeah.
Heavy makeup is a no-no. Keep things simple, classy and clean.
Okay.
So have studs, for example, for earrings. earrings. If you're wearing heels, make sure that now it's not like one of those club heels where it's too high or one of those short court heels. Keep it classy, keep it elegant. Pumps, please stay away from pumps because all my ladies that I know, they don't like pumps.
Yeah.
So keep it into a brogue style because now ladies wear brogues nowadays.
Okay,
nice, formal, feminine versions of that.
and they're more comfortable, I find.
Yes,
Yeah.
so you still look feminine and classy at the exact same time.
What about
So you dominate.
colours and florals and prints?
Well, that's where I would like to actually have a passion in adding the flair to that kind of question. There's one thing that I did at a fashion talk recently that now most ladies actually want to wear black to look slimmer, but please don't just do that only because sometimes in summer, black attracts heat. So maybe try stick to stripes, for example, to distract those little areas you want to hide up here and there. Also add a bit of print as well. Silk is also a nice version that can actually help you also get those elements where you can hide away those things you want to hide away with a black outfit.
Well, you've
So
brought
get
a
away
model with you today who really looks like the corporate queen. Tell us a little bit about what you've pieced together.
So the storyline behind...
and see how you've dressed her.
Oh, most definitely.
I love. You look amazing.
If you're happy, then I'm happy too. The nice thing that we try to do with the look is the fact that now the storyline behind it is moving from a campus background into a corporate space. So from the hoodies, from the baggy jeans and everything, how do you emphasize a look where you still stand out as an individual, but still keep it classy? So now we tried different looks in one look altogether. So the blazer will just be that statement piece to give that powerful detail altogether for her look. So meaning that now she'll still have a feminine look, but still have a powerful corporate look as well, where she stands out in the boardroom.
And I love when it's draped over the shoulders. That's power woman to me.
And now
like
we're doing,
cape.
now we're doing a little gala, Met-Gala dinner vibe where Lady Gaga pulled this off, where she just unpeels different layers of a different look.
Yes.
So for example, we're doing that shirt, that silk detail I told you about earlier on.
That's for day wear, and then are we just getting ready for night wear? Girl, you are ready to go out tonight.
So we're doing transitional looks all together. Let me help her there.
There you go.
So this means that now the statement tee will always be a statement in everything you wear. You can rock it with the blazer as well.
I love it.
Different look. Cocktail with the girls after hours as well, you know?
Definitely.
To unwind after all those meetings and long day. And the
A
length
pencil
is so
skirt
powerful.
is just everything. That is absolutely beautiful.
And the length is so important as well.
Thank you so much. You look très chic. Thank you so much. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Chef, you can have a seat with us.
Come through.
You look absolutely beautiful. Yay!
I'm happy. If you're happy, then I'm happy too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. So we're asking a couple of questions on social media, and we asked earlier if you have any questions, of course, for our stylist for your next interview.
Okay.
So we have a question here by William Tembo. Thank you so much for keeping that questions coming in. And the stylist has already answered it, but I'll ask it again. Is it okay to wear bright colours on an interview, or is black and white just the right colours for an interview? What should we do, Sia?
Well, for me, I would say you can play with colours, but make sure your colours are still safe.
Yeah.
So you can do a pastel, like a pink kind of detail with a bit of a blush detail, but don't make it too strong.
Yeah.
Keep it classy and still, it shouldn't take away from your personal, your corporate DNA, for example.
Yeah.
You don't want to stand in a boardroom and then like your outfit overshadows what you're talking about. You still want to get the message across, but still look classy. So you can play with color, but keep it safe.
Yeah.
Like, for example, try a sailor look, for example. Even a black, or let's say a navy in a blazer, red lapel, for example, or pocket square, white t-shirt or shirt, crisp white shirt for ladies. Or even also try making sure that now the color will be in the shoe.
I love that.
Keep
and
it
a red
simple.
lip,
Yeah.
just to finish it off.
True, definitely.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So when it comes to our finances, many of us start acquiring money and don't know what to do with it or how to manage it properly. So that's where the Old Mutual Money account comes in. It's a low-cost transactional account designed to help you save in the very first of its kind.
Absolutely. So this is super simple, super easy, Jeannie. But more than anything, you're saving money. And okay, to start off, let me just start by it's R4.95 to join up as a monthly fee. I think that's like a ground bottom. That's starting from the very bottom. And from there, you just keep saving. It takes 10 minutes to sign up. Super easy, super chilled.
Sounds amazing.
Would you sign up? Would you?
Yeah, definitely. I love making money.
I love making money, Jeannie, and I love saving money, and it's all thanks to Old Mutual.
Brilliant.
Absolutely. Now, that's innovation. The best part, the Old Mutual Money account is also your VIP pass to the AMPed Studios in Johannesburg with free access to all the facilities, including the recording studio and the masterclass by some of the biggest names in the industry.
After the break, we chat to Sabric CEO Kalyani Pillay about ways to avoid becoming a victim of ATM card swapping. Plus, we zone in on the multi-award-winning rapper Slicker, who shared some advice on how artists can manage their money better at the Amped Icon Sessions.
Hi, I'm Brendan Paper. I was on Tropical Island of Treasure Season 8 with Lizanne Lazarus. We were Team Red and we won.
I brought the brains and Brendan definitely brought the brawn. And together, we made a smooth team. From the moment the first episode started airing, it was instant fame for me. I mean, Durban is a small town, and I literally became like Durban's little sweetheart. Everywhere I went, people were watching the show and supporting. Well, if you're talking about fame and fortune, I mean, R500,000 ain't that bad.
I'd say if the opportunity comes to you, I'd take it because it's a free holiday. Whether you win or not, you still get an amazing experience.
Auditions for Season 9 launch in August. So here's your chance to win fame and fortune, just like I did.
If you're talking about a smooth experience, this would be it.
Tropical Island of Treasure Season 9 on the beautiful Caribbean island of Curacao.
Tropical Island of Treasure, Curacao.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, do you often draw money from the ATM? Well, as much as we need ATMs to draw cash, it is risky and makes you a target for criminals. So we discuss ATM frauds through the use of ATM card swapping and how to avoid being the next target.
Cash transactions at the ATM may be quick and convenient, and certainly necessary at times, but unfortunately, criminals exploit this opportunity to gain access to your money. So we have Sabric CEO Kalyani Pillay back in the loft to explain how best to avoid ATM crimes like card swapping. Welcome back to the loft.
Thank you, Jeannie.
Now, this is such an interesting type of fraud because it happens so much, and the criminals don't look like your average crooks. So what are some of the ways ways that they do this fraud?
Well, a whole lot, and of course different types of criminals as well. So what we're seeing is that if you look at people who draw cash at ATMs, and very often people go to draw cash at ATMs, when they're leaving the ATM, we find people getting robbed of their cash. We call it associated robberies because it's associated with the bank. It's actually not a bank robbery. It's a bank customer that's being robbed. And so we see that happening quite often. And so we're alerting people, again, try and do alternative methods of banking. Try not to carry cash unnecessarily. You can make payments with your card. You can transfer at the ATMs. You don't necessarily always have to have cash.
Because if your money gets stolen after you've drawn it out of the bank is not liable to give it back to you.
No, not at all. You know, and so and it puts you at greater risk as well. So, and then what we're also seeing, and that this is sort of even more serious types of crime, is where criminals are going over to bank customers while they're doing their transactions to assist them. And in that process of assisting them, they're actually using the opportunity to either swap cards. It's not as prevalent, the swapping. It still happens, but not as much as it used to. What's happening now is that they're actually stealing your card. They stand there. So some of the things that bank customers can look out for is when you get to the ATM, sometimes the screen looks different. It's not the same kind of screen that you're used to. So maybe what happens is that the perpetrator goes over beforehand. They set the screen to cardless transactions. You get there, you want to do your transaction, you wonder why this looks different. And they come over to offer you help. Wow. Or alternatively, they may tamper with the mouth reader of the card when it goes in. You may have difficulty putting it in, so they come over and they offer. They usually loiter around the ATM because they're waiting for this. They know somebody's going to need help. They go over, they're in the process of helping you. They press the cancel button, card ejects, it's in their possession, they're stealing it, they watch you put your PIN in. The important thing is that you should never take assistance from anybody at an ATM.
I was just thinking, who are the kind of people that are asking strangers for help at an ATM? But there's obviously a lot of people doing it.
There are. Sometimes you find older people are asking for help, but here you're not even asking for help because you don't know how to use the machine. You look confused or you're concerned because the ATM is not doing what it's supposed to do for you. And then this person comes over and helps you. Now, one of the things also to look out for is that even if the person wears a security guard's uniform, it doesn't mean that it's okay to ask for them to help you or to allow them to help you. Even if they're wearing the logos of the bank, don't take help from somebody who's just there, Rather, if you can, cancel the transaction, get your card out, leave the ATM, go into a bank branch and ask for assistance then, or alternatively call your bank's call center number. Usually it's at the ATM. Stand right there. Don't let anyone come near you. Don't hesitate to say to somebody, can you please stand away from me? I'm busy with my transaction. So these are the kind of things we have to be concerned about, because bank customers obviously everybody gets upset. And it's understandably so. If you lose any money, nobody wants to lose their hard-earned money. And so, we're just alerting you again. Don't worry about whether the person looks smart in a suit and a tie or is looking very stylish and speaks very well. These are the rules apply to anybody. Don't take help at an ATM.
I love your advice, like what you were telling me a while ago about giving your password away. Don't let anyone know your password, not even your own husband.
Nobody.
So it's true. Don't trust anybody when it comes to your money.
Because your password or your PIN number is basically your signature. So you can't let anybody else use your signature. It's the same concept.
Yeah, you're amazing. Thank you so much for sharing all this information with us. So join us next week when SABRIC CEO Kalyani Pillay is in the loft to discuss how we can avoid becoming victims of email compromise.
We are brave, innovative, everywhere. We are SABRIC.
Always a great conversation with Kalyani. Now, earlier we were chatting about the incredible Old Mutual Money account that's helping struggling artists and struggling anyone for that matter to save more. Plus, it gives you free VIP access to the AMP studios in Newtown, Johannesburg, where world-class music industry masterclasses are hosted by industry insiders like Slicker.
You want to sign an agreement? Don't be the guy who says, I've got so much talent, but you're reading a document. You knew, Trap is new, the contract is old. You better respect that. When you're respecting that piece of paper, the people that wrote it are either dead or old. So you better respect your elders. Go get someone to read that contract so you know what you're getting yourself into. So you gotta start looking at that contract like that. I know that I gotta believe that my ideas are important in my head because I gotta fight for them. And that's what underdogs do. Today, they telling you that for 1 million streams, you get so much. And you're like, damn. Now, if you're gonna get 1 million streams, if you're gonna drop 10,000 songs, now you're counting how many songs you've dropped. Just so each one of them can be streamed maybe 1,000 times. Because your money now is not gonna come from the record sale. Your money now is gonna come from your relationships. Your manager starts becoming a relationship manager. If you are hitting here as a creative, keep hitting here. If this is your story, stay consistent. So they were trying to digress me to go hit here, and hit here, and hit here, and then hit here. Now it's like, nah, I'm hitting here. I'm hitting here. It's all an audience game. The more numbers you have, the more prospects you have. If you're a creative, you're a leader. If you're a creative, you're a leader.
Oh, definitely a leader in the industry. That is Slicker. Now, want to get your hands on some tickets to the next Old Mutual Amped Masterclass? All you have to do is email your name and contact number to masterclass@ampedstudios.co.za and you could win one of 5 double tickets to see DJ Cleo's Masterclass live on the 17th of July. T's and C's apply and visit oldmutual.co.za to find them.
The new reality show, The Next Brand Ambassador, starts broadcasting from the 15th of August right here on SABC3. And the call to entry is currently underway. Now, the series will follow the search for 3 industry-leading marketing talents to represent South Africa's #1 retail bank, Capitec. So if you think you are smart and sussed enough to take on some of South Africa's best marketers and influencers, enter to be considered as a contestant on the show. So visit thenextbrandambassador.com for full details on how to enter. And also, those all-important T's and C's do apply. So enter now to be a contestant and live better with Capitec and The Next Brand Ambassador, coming soon to SABC3.
The search is on for the next brand ambassador, and it could be you. The Next Brand Ambassador is an exciting new reality show where candidates compete in various challenges to test their marketing skills, teamwork, and creativity, where ultimately the 3 most worthy will each win the opportunity to work with the marketing team at the bank awarded Best Bank in South Africa. If you think you possess the necessary skills to outperform the rest, record a short video introducing yourself and tell us why you have what it takes. Visit thenextbrandambassador.com for all the T's and C's and details on how to send your video and your CV via WhatsApp to enter. Entries for Johannesburg candidates close at midnight on Monday, 15 July. So get those entries in and live better with the Next Brand Ambassador and SABC3. The stage is yours. Proudly brought to you by Capitec.
Keep those entries rolling in. Now we round up our conversation with our inspirational guests after the break. See you then. Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, when it comes to our finances, many of us start acquiring money and don't know what to do with it or how to manage it properly. But that's where Old Mutual Money Account comes in. That's a low-cost transactional account designed to help you save, and the very first of its kind.
So how is it different to any other account?
Okay, so basically, Jeannie, how this works is that it's a R4.95 per month.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you go in, it takes 10 minutes. So go to your closest Old Mutual. It takes only 10 minutes. Make sure you remember your ID documents with you. And it's that easy. Basically, how it works is every time you swipe, you save. And it is that easy. If you want to start saving, this Old Mutual Money account is definitely one to sign up for. You can sign up online. You can go into a branch. The options are endless. It's just up to you to make that move.
That is absolutely brilliant. Easy. I think I'm going to be signing up.
I agree. I know I'm signing up too. Now, if that's not innovation, I don't know what is. And the best part, the Old Mutual Money account is also your VIP pass to the AMP studios in Johannesburg with free access to all the facilities, including the recording studio and masterclasses by some of the biggest names in the music industry.
Amazing.
I love the sound of that.
So, welcome back. We are back on the couch with Program Manager Dr. Brandon Weber, Hair Training Coordinator Ziyanda Makaku, and Graduate Veliswa Diwila. How do I say that properly? There you go. And of course, we've been discussing how we can better develop our youth and empower the community. So how do people find you? And then how do you decide who gets a salon or not? What is the process to go through?
Sure. So people we recruit by flyers in the community, and then people come in and do the hair training course.
Yeah.
After the hair training course, every student has the opportunity to enroll into a business literacy course.
Amazing.
They go away for 3 months and they raise, by working in the industry, they raise 10% of the value of a container.
Yeah.
And we actually source as a grant 90% of the funds.
Wow.
Once we source the grant, they are basically given a container. They are presented with a container and their own business.
I want to know, how long does it take to do the course? Like, how long does it take to teach somebody a skill set that they can then become a hairdresser?
It takes 3 months, which is our course. It's a duration of 3 months. And in that 3 months, because we normally look at what is in demand and we make sure we give them the skills that are really in demand and they are going to be able to use them when they get their own containers. Amazing. And be able to make money and to provide for their family. So it does not really take time, because normally when we get people that wants to do hair, it's people who are really familiar when it comes to do hair, because we have this type of different people. We want people that wants to go and own their own business after the course. We have people that wants to go and work for someone else. We have people that wants to pursue their dreams when it comes to hair. So some of them that we meet, it's the people that knows a bit about hair, and then we're just going to have to polish when it comes to the hair program. But some of them do come saying, I just know only one style. But it is really good when you start with one person that is really a bit familiar when it comes to hair, because we really don't have to work hard when it comes to that. So, yeah.
It looks like you work very hard looking at your hair.
Absolutely. And Jeannie, did you see that model earlier?
No, amazing.
Amazing. They styled the hair. Who was it? Velis or was it Zia? Absolutely beautiful. I can see the style, the time, the precision that you put in each and every detail.
I love that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But you know what I absolutely love about your NPO is that instead of just focusing on one aspect of development, you're looking at a whole holistic view on how a person, which is so important. It's really beautiful. Thank you very much for being here today.
So we've been asking you on our socials, what would be the main focus of your non-profit organization if you were to start one in your community? So we've got Michelle here, and she commented and said, I want to start an NPO focusing on support for first-time mothers who go through anxiety and breakups with contributing factors such as postnatal depression. We also have Neville Mash here, and Neville Mash says, it would be a football academy where I develop children play for sports in big teams around the world without paying a cent. This would take away from drugs and, of course, upgebengu. Some people would say the skeletons on the streets and getting up to
These are all
no
such
good.
brilliant ideas, though. All of them would work.
Absolutely, and I also think that there's a space for each and every part of non-profit organizations. I mean, there's no, the sky's the limit, I'd like to say.
I wanted to know from you, are you only going to be doing hair salons, or are you going to be looking at other business opportunities?
So what we have is not only the hair salons, but also containers for trades skills.
Amazing.
So we also train up young people in trade skills, and they're able to have their own container to set up a trades business.
Amazing.
So that's another opportunity.
Wow, brilliant work. I think that's absolutely incredible work that you're doing within your communities. Thank you so much. We'll have all of your information on our website in case there are people that would like to help and contribute.
Endless ideas and endless opportunities.
Exactly.
Love that.
And we definitely have to come and visit your salon.
I definitely need a touch-up. I feel triggered.
Tomorrow we meet the beautiful newlyweds gospel musician Dumi Mokokstad and his wife, Dr. Zipho Zenkosi. That's going to be amazing. Until then, good night and God bless. Thank you so much for joining us today. Bye-bye.
Afternoon Express, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.